Hello, John. Can you tell us what the Christian and Jobs Action Party is going to offer in terms of jobs and employment, etc.?
Thank you for inviting me on. There are lots of issues about jobs and employment in Ireland that the Christian and Jobs Action Party will address. For example, the dominance of major food processors have on the food industry in Ireland. The lack of broadband in rural areas to the detriment of those areas. It's very important for business to have this broadband. The need to abolish the business rate on businesses for the first 10 years, so as to encourage businesses to start in Main Street, Ireland. The below cost selling of food products and other products, and the destruction of the self-same Main Street, Ireland. And finally, the monopoly situation in the supermarket sector to the detriment of Main Street, Ireland. These are the issues that the Christian and Jobs Action Party will be focusing on. Now, if we talk, for example, about the below cost grocery order that was abolished by Micheál Martin of Fianna Fáil when he was Minister for Industry and Commerce in the Fianna Fáil-led government. This was against the advice of all concerned in the trade. Now, what has been the result of that abolition of that order? The result has been the decline of family businesses throughout the country, especially in rural Ireland, but also in various parts of cities. The other aspect of the below cost grocery order meant that the monopoly situation that I spoke about in the supermarket trade meant that they sold goods below cost, meaning that the farming community couldn't get prices for their produce, a fair price. That is the danger with a monopoly situation in any sector. Farmers lose out. Variety is the spice of life. It applies particularly in the food trade. There is no point in having a series of monopolies in that trade and calling it competition. It also leads to opportunities for small food manufacturers. Where are they going to get their products listed, for example? At the present time, if a small food manufacturer starts up, he has to hope to get his products listed in the independent trade. Perhaps one of the supermarket groups that have a dominant position, but they're usually owned by individuals, but they operate in a brand that they all operate under. Now, you won't get your products listed in those individual outlets, but the main supplier in that particular sector may consider your product for some of their stores if the product is good quality. And this is where we come to again. Even if you produce an excellent product, price-wise and quality-wise, you're still dependent on the food trade, on the supermarket trade. The chances of your product being listed in some of those stores is nearly zero. They will not supply your product because it is not advertised. You're starting out, you haven't got an advertising budget. So straight away you can see the danger of the monopoly situation in the food trade, the fact that farmers lose out in the trade because the fruit and vegetables and various other products that they produce in the meat trade, they are they are not getting fair prices even for their milk. That has deteriorated. So they're not making a profit. So this is the situation that can obtain when there isn't a level playing field. We're not talking about something impossible here. We're talking about a level playing field for Irish family stores. Be they in the grocery trade, the drapery trade, the electrical trade, or whatever trade it is. They need a fair level playing field, which they haven't got through the policies of this Fine Gael Labour government and previous government, which have neglected these towns and villages. We've only got to see the way they're dying on their feet. It is a very tragic situation to observe. Some towns and villages that heretofore had 2 or 3 hotels now have none. The pub trade, the license trade are all in a state of decline. We intend to give hope. The Christian and Jobs Action Party have 2 planks. Hope is the important ingredient in both. Irish people shouldn't have to emigrate from the time that they secure an education and experience. This government and previous governments have neglected that very important area. We intend to do something about it and hope that we can attract your support wherever you are, in Ireland or abroad.
Well, thank you very much for that, John, and that certainly seems to be an air of hope, a ray of hope you're generating, both you and your party, the Christian and Jobs Action Party, and thank you very much for coming into us.
And thank you for having me. Let's hope that we can attract plenty of members to this very important party that's going to try and make a difference to Irish people throughout the country. Thank you.